we finally have the Galaxy Book 4 Ultra here at SamMobile. I've had some time with it, and I've also had some time to compare it to last year's Book 3 Ultra. Daniel here from SamMobile TV. Today I'm going to show you 5 ways that the Book 4 Ultra has improved over the Book 3 Ultra. So I got the Book 4 Ultra just a little bit over a week ago, and I've been using it pretty much every day since I turned it on as my daily laptop. In that week, there are things that I've noticed in my usage that have made for a significant upgrade over the Book 3 Ultra. And the Book 3 Ultra is something that I use pretty much every day for the last 8 months. It was Samsung's first entry into the Ultra laptop category with really high performance and high spec. And the Book 4 Ultra is kind of like an iteration of that, as Samsung found out what people were missing and updated it. And here are those 5 things that I found myself. The first is shipping in the box is a much faster charger. You now have a 140 watt charger compared to the 100 watt charger from the Book 3 Ultra from last year. You notice immediately the size of it. It is definitely bigger, and side by side you can see that too. And in charging, I've definitely noticed an increase in speed there also. So I'm very, very happy that Samsung have upped this. Because in day-to-day stuff, especially when you're coming home after not using it on the charger for a while, plugging it in, you do get it to be rapidly back up to 100% ready to go again. The second thing that I've noticed that has been upgraded, and it's a very welcome upgrade as well, is the display is now a touch display. This isn't Samsung's first touchscreen laptop, not by a long way, but I think from this level of laptop with the power and performance that it has, adding touchscreen just gives you that extra bit of flexibility when how you interact with it. The Book 3 Ultra did not have touch capabilities whatsoever, and I found myself quite often reaching out to the display to try and touch it, only for realizing that it wasn't capable of doing it. But with the Book 4 Ultra now having a touch screen, it gives you that extra option to interact with the screen. Because we're so accustomed to touch interaction, be it with our smartphones and our tablets, it makes sense that because we are so used to it, to extend that into our laptop usage as well. And it's great, it's really responsive, it slides along the screen really nicely, it's great for easily clicking onto files that you want to open or navigating through websites. I much prefer it than not having it, and with the Book 3 Ultra not having it, this is definitely a welcome upgrade to include. But they may as well have not included it if they didn't upgrade the hinge. Upgrade number 3, Samsung have improved the build quality when it comes to the hinge specifically. Something I noticed with the Book 3 Ultra is that when I opened it, it would kind of just flop for a couple of seconds, and then it would kind of stabilize. And when you're using a laptop, it's not the end of the world, especially if it's not a touchscreen laptop. But if they were to extend that same hinge into the Book 4 Ultra, touchscreen interaction would be a nightmare. What I've found though in my usage of this is that I've had absolutely 0 issues. Being able to interact with the screen, it doesn't sort of move around, it doesn't jiggle, and if you look at it side by side with the Book 3 Ultra to the Book 4 Ultra, opening the laptop up, you can definitely see it's a lot more stable. Even when you're adjusting the angle, the Book 3 Ultra kind of wiggles around a lot, the Book 4 Ultra does not have that problem. Update number 4 that I've kind of noticed is the internals. Now, it's probably not the fairest comparison for my usage because I went from a Core 7 to a Core 9 and from a 16 gig of RAM to 32 gig of RAM and a 4050 GPU to a 4070. So whilst that doesn't really marry up with each other, even if I went from the i9 to the i9 or the Core 9, I would still notice an improvement because these new chips from Intel are meant to be more powerful but also more efficient at the same time. So I'm okay with comparing, at least on paper. The thing I've noticed in execution for my usage is that exporting is a lot smoother, but also the timeline in Premiere Pro, which is my use case, has become a lot better. I used to have little jitters and stutters, and might be with the 16 gig of RAM that would happen, but with this one, I haven't had that. It's a lot smoother in playback on the timeline in Premiere Pro, and exporting is rapid. I know people don't like to see side-by-side exporting comparisons, but the fact that I can export a 12-minute 4K video in under 3 minutes, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. And the last thing that I noticed was switching. I used to hate getting new laptops, especially Windows ones, because the thing I noticed is that switching from one laptop to the next would just take such a long time. You'd have to figure out a way to get all your files across, and by the end of it, you just want to start fresh. Whereas with this, there's 2 different options. You've got the Windows backup service, which will literally just download the backup and restore it, or there's Smart Switch, which connects the 2 laptops together and sends everything across. I found both ways to be very intuitive and very easy, and I did activate both, and pretty much after it was done, I had everything there. All my B-roll from my YouTube videos were here. All my files for the trivia that I work with during the week were also there. The folder structure intact. Nothing was out of place, and I was very thankful for that. And it just means that next time I upgrade my laptop, I don't have to stress. I know that it'll literally just be a pickup, couple of logins, and away I go. Now, there are 5 things I've noticed in my week with the Book 4 Ultra that have been upgraded and easier to use over the Book 3 Ultra. If you have a Book 3 Ultra, should you be upgrading? No. The Book 3 Ultra is an incredibly capable machine, and I was so thankful that this was my first entry into a high-performance laptop. It was light, it was thin, and the Book 4 Ultra just carries that over. I wouldn't say just under 2 kilos is light, but considering what it has about it, I think it's light enough. Let me know in the comments if you are getting a Book 4 Ultra or if you have a Book 3 Ultra and you're interested in upgrading. Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for tuning into SamMobile TV. Make sure you come and follow us on all our socials. Make sure you subscribe here as well. And also come find us on our website, sammobile.com, where we have everything Samsung available at your fingertips. See you in the next one. Thanks.